Thanks for watching Blitz. We have a jam-packed player interview for you here at Lumpkin County High School. I'm Brian Carter alongside 4 of the 5 starters for the Lady Indians, the Fab 5 as we call it. So we got Lexi Pierce, Mullinax, Kate Jackson, and Averie Jones. Girls coming off a state runner-up finish, a fantastic year, a great career for you 3 seniors as well. So thank you so much for being willing to come on Blitz yet again and talk about your season.
Thank you.
So Mary, we'll start with you. Go back to being able to make it back to Macon. It's not an easy task for any team to take that bullseye on the back and right after a state championship to go back and get to that title game again. So talk about when you look back on the grind of this season, everything you went through to get back there. Not the finish you wanted to win it again, but to finish runner-up still unbelievable. How satisfying is that for your career to be able to end it the way it did?
Yeah, it was super exciting, and our heart breaks that we didn't win the state championship, but just all the time we spent together is really what we cherish, and we're really gonna miss having all that time spent together because we've played together for such a long time. But ultimately the reason why we got back to the state championship wasn't just because of our basketball skills, but because of our friendship. With the starting 5, but much more with everyone on the team, even the freshmen coming in. And so I feel like that's the big part of why we are who we are.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Lexi, for you, the motto, I love every year how the great coaches like Coach Dowse comes up with a motto that really means something, and the team sort of embraces that. And it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Saquuu is how it's pronounced, S-A-Q-U-U. Talk about when you guys found out about that, how you embraced it, what it means, and how it kind of became part of the DNA of this team.
Yeah. So Coach Dowse came up with it this summer, and it means one in Cherokee, and Lumpkin County is like a Cherokee, Cherokee people lived here first.
Territory.
Yeah. So. And to us, it's like one team and like one together, and we do everything together, and like we play together. So like just one.
Yeah, and I mean that exactly ties into what Mary was just saying too, about the relationship and bond that you all have. So with that, again, kind of going back and looking at how the whole season went, how would you kind of put this season in a nutshell, in terms of the expectations you had and the motto that you guys had?
I think it was very successful, but the ending was obviously like heartbreaking for all of us. But I think that our whole high school career, we've all been really successful as a team. So I would say it was a successful season.
Yeah, and I think the longer you get from the sting of that loss, look back on what you guys accomplished is just absolutely phenomenal. Kate, for you last year, so awesome to see how you in that when the brightest lights, you came up huge and won that MVP in the state title game and had your whole senior season, and that was cool to see just because of what you went through with your injury in your sophomore year. So when you reflect back, how special were the last 4 years for you?
They were amazing, just even regardless of the wins and losses and all the titles and things like that. It just felt great to play with all of our best friends one last time, and we've always just been so close together.
Yeah, you definitely can tell that, and that is the theme of this whole interview, is how special of a group you are. So Averie, how special is this group? And we mentioned Sierra too as part of that Fab 5. She's part of that, one of the 2 juniors and the 3 seniors, but how special is this group?
Yeah, we go way back into our rec days. You would see us in state championships, and in our high school career you saw us in state championships until some of our group has left. But we're just so tight knit. There's nothing that really ever comes between us, and there's nothing that we all know where each other's at on the court, and off the court we're best friends. We hang out all the time. It's just a bond that has always been there, and it's really special, and I'm really glad that I got to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mary, that goes to the same point. Coach likes to talk about how Lumpkin does this with hometown kids, and I think that's really special and gets lost sometimes in the success that y'all have had, is that nobody moved in from out of the area to get here and make this happen. You guys did this yourself, buying into what Coach Dowse brought to this program and being able to do it the right way and just be in the gym and get after it all the time. How special is it? How much pride do you take in the fact that this group is all Lumpkin County?
Yeah, it's a huge piece of who we are and who our community is, because everyone has their own hometown, and Lumpkin County is our hometown, and each and every person is homegrown on our team, and just the community has supported us endlessly through, ever since Coach Dowse has been here, ever since he hasn't been here, they've supported us, and these past 2 years they've really come out to show their support for us, and it means a lot, and they fully support our homegrown.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys talked about winning titles in different degrees, growing up together. But what was it, Mary, that was different when Coach Dowse came that you were able to like buy in as a group and see the difference that, because the program is nowhere near what it was since he came? Yeah, so when Coach Dowse came in, he really, his standards, he just held us to a higher standard, which we were held accountable. We learned certain traits that not necessarily other coaches didn't bring to the table, but just the way he went about like coaching us, and he's more than just a coach. So just that point right there really helped our team develop into a state championship level team. Great answer. Lexi, with that, I love what Mary just said. He's more than just a coach, and I think we've seen that with you this year. And just that last moment after the state championship game, you go over and you're just crying and hugging it out with Coach Dowse. What was that moment like for you? And if you can kind of put that into words and the bond and the relationship that y'all have.
It was really special because we have a really strong bond, and it's like a point guard coaching bond that's really irreplaceable, and we've just been through thick and thin together. He really pushes me to my levels, even if I don't want to be pushed that far, and I'm just really thankful for him and thankful for our relationship.
Yeah, awesome. Kate, so for you, share whatever you want to on this, but I was interested. I was at the state championship, saw you guys go through your warm-up routine, and I saw there was a moment where you the 5 of you with Sierra just gathered up in a circle. What was said? It seemed like you guys weren't stressed, you weren't anxious or anything like that. What was said before the game there?
We were kind of like, we never thought we were going to lose or anything like that, but we did say that no matter, even if we win or lose, we're going to be sad either way, because this is our last chance to get to play together. So it was like, we're either going to be really sad happy or really sad sad.
Yeah.
And but we were like, this is for us. Like we've always been so close, and it was just our last chance, and we're just going to give it everything we had. We said.
Yeah, and you did too. You left it all on the court. So on the flip side of that, after the game, it's what you would define as sad. What was that bus ride back like? What were the conversations that were being had? Because I know that there's sort of the devastation of the loss, but then also the loss of this, because it's a lifelong bond, but it'll be different now.
We actually said, and I'll quote this, we were like, it's not even, we're sad not because we lost, but because this bond, like we're losing, coming to practice every day, being together every single day. It was more of a loss of that, and then we decided also, we were like, even though this bus ride is going to be sad, we're not going to let it be. We're just going to enjoy this last bus ride ever together. So we did. We had fun.
That's awesome. That's memories you're going to keep forever too. So, Averie, talk about. I love once get over the disappointment of not winning the region championship in the tournament. You won the regular season region title, but you forced to go on the road after the first round, and you just rolled through 2 top 5 opponents and then a top 10 team as well. And I think I read this right. In the last 15 years, you had the second biggest margin of victory in a Final Four game to get to the championship. What was it like being able to go out on the road and dominate the way y'all did?
It was very tough, but at the same time, we love a challenge. These were the cards that we were dealt, and we had to deal with them, and we did. We dealt with 2 very good teams, and then we went on to Cross Creek or Calvary Day, and we showed who we were, and we showed what we could do, and we showed that we were meant to be there.
That's awesome. And so Cross Creek is the one you have a rich history, sort of a rivalry that's developed over the last few years with the Final Four loss here in the home court at the buzzer. to get them to the title game, but then the next year, last year on your championship run, you get to return the favor on their home court. This year you did it again. Did that feel a little bit extra special being able to do it 2 years in a row on their court?
Yeah, for sure. Especially since the loss that we had here my freshman year was so devastating. It feels so good every time. Just go to their place, knock them out, head to the next round. It feels really
return the
special.
heartbreak a little bit. Right? All right, so all of you will end with just sort of talking about your future a little bit. So, Mary, start with you. You've all of you are blessed. First of all, gifted and blessed enough to be able to play at the next level and have that opportunity. So I know y'all don't take that for granted, but Mary, being able to go to Emory, you've already committed, signed. So what was it about Emory that made you feel like that was the right place for you?
So Emory is a Division III school, but their academic piece is really what stood out to me. And I'm really just excited about going there, and it's in the city, so that'll definitely be different than our small town. But I love the coaches and the players, and I'm just super excited to see what the future holds.
And have they talked about how you will fit in with their system, like what impact you might have right away or anything like that?
Well, I'm hoping that if I work hard and really show them what I can do, then we'll see where it goes, and hopefully I can get some playing time as a freshman.
Yeah, I have no doubt all of you will be getting some serious playing time when you go to the next level. So, Lexi, for you, being able to go to UNG, so really far drive for you, really big commute right down the road. But I think it's pretty cool you get to team up with Isabel Davenport, who was part of that Final Four run we talked about as well. So kind of a cool little bond there. But same question, what was it about UNG that you knew, like, this literally is like home for you?
I just love the coaches and the players, and I love how it's in our hometown. It's really close to home. That's something I was looking for, and I just love their expectations and what they expect, and they have high standards for everyone, and I'm just really excited to go there.
And did you talk to Isabel at all during that process of deciding that's where you want to go, or have y'all talked about teaming up again or anything?
Not really.
Awesome. So, and then Kate, for you, getting to go to Emmanuel, so all different places, there's what you're talking about, that bond is still there, but it's different now. But Kate, you'll be going off to Emmanuel, and Mackenzie Caldwell also is on that Final Four team, so you also get another teammate to link up with. What was it about Emmanuel that you knew, like, this is definitely the place I want to be at?
When I visited, it just felt special. Like, I just had a feeling in my heart, I don't know why, and I was like, this just feels right to me. I really liked the coaches, and it just felt like a family there, and it felt like home to me, and I really liked it.
Yeah, it's not too far
It's
away.
not too
Really,
far.
all of y'all are
Yeah.
not too far from home, so I'm sure your parents like that as well. Did you get a chance to talk to Mackenzie?
Yeah,
at
I
all?
did, and she was like, please come.
Yeah.
I really would like to have a friend be there too.
That's awesome. Yeah, that'll make that transition a little bit easier. So, Averie, you're not far from making decisions like that. I know you got plenty of people looking at you right now, but being that you're a junior, you're still kind of in that process. What has the recruiting been like for you at this point, and when do you think you may make a decision?
The recruiting process is always stressful, and everybody's going to have their own experience with it. Thankfully, mine has been pretty good. I've had some harsh places here and there, but really I'm just on God's path, and whatever opportunities He presents to me, I'll be thankful for them, but really I'm just on His timeline and on His path, and whatever He chooses for me is where I'll go.
Yeah.
And
That timing will be perfect
Yes,
anyway.
sir.
So that's awesome. Well, I know you'll have plenty of opportunities, but I want to piggyback off that because if Sierra were here, it'd be the same situation for her. But how much pressure do you feel with this portion of the group leaving, knowing that all the leadership now falls on your shoulders and all the expectation of what this program has become falls on you? And do you sort of relish that? Is it something that you're going to have to learn over the next several months?
Yeah, I love it. I love being able to take on the challenge, and I'm going to miss Kate, Lexi, and Mary, and all the rest of our seniors. I'm going to miss them very much, but me and Sierra love taking on that leadership role, and we really just want to, because everybody's kind of counting us out for next year with Coach Dowse retiring and our seniors kind of leaving. But I wouldn't count us out yet. We're going to get in the gym. We're going to work hard. We're going to have that leadership role that people may think that we're missing. We're going to have that next year. And I'm really excited to play with my team. And I'm really excited to prove a couple people wrong.
Yeah, and hopefully bring up the next group. That's going to be the big thing.
Yes,
so
sir.
I think if you hold them to that high standard, everyone else on the team is going to be, if you're in the gym, they better be in the gym, right? That kind
Yes.
of thing. So, well, I'm excited for all of your futures. Can't wait to see how it all unfolds and the rest of what God's got in store for all of you. So thank you again so much, and congratulations on a great career for you seniors.
Thank you.